What is going on, everybody? Welcome to what will surely be an awesome 2 days of lacrosse. Day one here. Things are about to kick off shortly, and we're stoked to be here, aren't we?
Absolutely. Overcast today, which is perfect for the players, perfect for us. Cool, nice and cool, not too warm. So looking forward to a great day of lacrosse.
Absolutely. Not too hot, not too cold, as they like to say. Game number one that will be covered here today, we've got EL Crossley Secondary School versus Patrick Fogarty. I will have to get clarification on the pronunciation of that in the post game, but two great teams that are facing off here. With Fogarty, are they ranked number 1 or number 2? I just want to get clarification.
Fogarty is ranked number 2, and EL Crossley is ranked number 11 going into the tournament today.
Awesome. I was talking with some players over there for the Patrick Fogarty squad. They were talking about the systems that they're running and the belief that they have in their coaches. Really exciting things to hear from the players themselves, right? To have that belief in their systems, what they're running, and the trust that they have in each other. So excited to see what they come out with today. Apparently their goalies are absolutely dialed in, so it'll be interesting to see who gets the start between the pipes. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, we've got EL Crossley. Spoke with one of the coaches from that team. They're athletic. Basically is what I got from the coach. They're athletic, and they like to work hard, which is always refreshing to hear. So we'll probably see some Energizer bunnies out there on the field working their tails off. What are you most excited about today, with the day ahead and the next 48 hours?
Well, the players here right now just seem loose, right? Like the team's behind us, blaring music, they're having fun, smiles on their faces, joking around, not too tight, not too nervous, just looking forward to it. The school year is long. Do you remember high school? I barely remember school, but long year, stressful year. It's about to come to an end, and they just get to play, have fun. No classes today, just loosen up and have some fun. So really, really looking forward to see that. We know that EL Crossley's top scorer is Josh Patterson, looking to see what he has to offer today, but just looking forward for some sports, man. Some good old high school fun, not too serious, just having a good time out here today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I just wanted to take note of not really having school. These guys are going to be super dialed in for the next 48 hours. When you talk about sports psychology and making sure that you're taking care of everything in terms of preparation for the game, right? When you got exams, when you got tests, when you got all sorts of different stuff going on, it takes time away from that, right? So it'll be interesting to see, how that preparation has probably changed for this game, obviously, with things winding down, and it'll be good to see these guys having a great time. Now, we have an opening ceremony scheduled. How far away is that? I believe it's at 8:40, right? So we're 6 minutes away from that. We've got a special presentation. It's an Indigenous presentation for I think it's history of the game, and it'll be a sight to see. So we're really excited to see that. Obviously, lacrosse is the oldest sport in North America with deep Indigenous roots, the creator's game, as we all know and love. So we are excited to see that presentation, and it's going to be here shortly.
Just wanted to add to Mr. Aaron. Looks like for Patrick Fogarty, the McLaughlin brothers are the leaders on this team. Captain Carter McLaughlin and Hunter McLaughlin is the leading scorer. Leading cause turnovers by his brother Carter McLaughlin. Really, really curious to see. Of course, we've never watched these teams before, so really looking forward We talked to the coaches, talked to the players, learned who's best at what, but we're about to watch with our own eyes today, so looking forward to seeing that.
Well, you know what they say, defense wins championships, and coach from EL Crossley was talking big things from his defense. So we'll see how that goes against Patrick Fogarty's, high-powered offense, which apparently is very systematic. Apparently they've got 2 to 3 sets that they like to run, so it'll be interesting to see how they match up together and what adjustments are made throughout the game for both teams. Now, for people that aren't very familiar with field lacrosse is obviously much different from box lacrosse.
Yes.
So obviously it's played on a soccer field as opposed to inside of a rink. For anybody that's watching the game for the first time, or potentially as a first-time viewer for the game of lacrosse, field lacrosse specifically, we'll be doing explanations throughout just to make sure that you guys are up to speed with how rules work and how it varies from indoor to outdoor, right? So stay tuned on that.
One quick thing, too, looking forward to seeing is Patrick Fogarty is from Orillia, which isn't super close, but not super far, where EL Crossley is from Font Hill in the greater Niagara region. So, I don't know, maybe travel has something to do with it, maybe tighter legs versus looser legs. We'll see as the game proceeds if that has something to do with it as well.
Absolutely. Speaking of Orillia, the Orillia Kings Junior B squad is having a great year this year. So it's been great to see those guys, turn around that program. There was a lot of years that they kind of struggled. They were at the lower end of the rankings. So it's great to see them, battling it out for a playoff spot. And then obviously the Niagara region, another awesome hotbed for lacrosse. So with all that said, there's going to be some special performances here today, and we're all very excited about it. Now, I'm not sure if anybody tuned into the NOL championships in the last few weeks, but the Buffalo Bandits won back-to-back championships.
Yes.
Yeah, you said you were watching games the other day, right?
I was in preparation for today as well. Was recording, just getting, just watching, and that Buffalo Bandits team, man, those guys just, you blink, you go to the washroom, and they're up by 5 goals. They're absolutely crazy to watch.
Absolutely, man. When they get on a roll, they get on a roll, and I'll tell you from experience throughout my days playing with the Toronto Rock. You go to KeyBank Center in Buffalo, when that place gets bumping, it really gets bumping. So they can find that groove, like you're saying.
Yeah.
They score one, all of a sudden there's 6 more in the next 45 seconds, right? So
it looked like a party there. Watching Game 2 specifically, the music's going, the kids are having a great time. It looked like an awesome time out in Buffalo.
Absolutely. So let's just go through the schedule super quick. At 9 a.m., obviously, we've got Patrick Fogarty versus EL Crossley. 10:30, Governor Simcoe versus Crestwood Prep. Aurora High versus EL Crossley at 12. Keswick High versus Crestwood Prep at 1:30. And then we go back to Patrick Fogarty versus Aurora High at 3. And then finally, to cap off the day, we've got Governor Simcoe versus Keswick High as the last game of the day on the turf field at 4:30 p.m. So lots of lacrosse ahead. I gotta say, great uniforms on Patrick Fogarty High School. Love it.
It's all about the uniforms, right? You look good, feel good, play good.
That's what it's all about.
That's right.
And while we're talking about uniforms, number 4 might have the brightest cleats. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on the broadcast, but he's got some awesome cleats. Yeah, let's get a zoom in on those cleats if we can. Holy, those are bright. So You won't be missing him out on the field today. Should be able to see him from outer space. No, I love it. I used to wear flashy stuff all the time back when I was a youngster, right? So I love seeing that. And there's a bunch of long poles out here that are barely even wearing elbow pads too, right?
Well, now we know the bright orange cleats, number 4, Kyson Campbell. So
remember that name.
We will know Kyson Campbell. You see number 4 with the orange cleats, you know Mr. Campbell is doing his thing out there.
Absolutely. Now, I mentioned that it's going to be interesting to see who gets the start between the pipes, because I was speaking with a student over there by the bench, and they were talking that, or he was saying rather, that both goalies are super, super good. So they've got a great 1-2 punch. Obviously, number 26 appears to be warming up right now, so I'm going to assume he's more than likely getting the start for today.
Wes Brain is number 26.
Awesome. So we'll see him between the pipes. More than likely, don't quote me on it though. And there's also a good chance they might split the game too. So we'll see how the game goes and see what the coaches throw out there, right?
Well, and right when you say that, Aaron, you have number 9, Chase Beers, who is now between the pipes. So
right on schedule.
They're making us guess. They're making the other teams guess. Maybe a little gamesmanship, tournament season.
You don't want to tip. Games.
That's right. You don't want to tip your hand. Play a little mind games. Don't mind it at all.
You know what it was? He heard me from the booth, and
that's right.
That's it.
We were giving away team secrets.
There we go. We got Yale Crossley entering the field now, fashionably late for the warm-up.
Well, maybe another little
gamesmanship, little style
right?
points, right?
Yeah.
Little style points. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like it. I like it.
Well, the team from Niagara, there's some construction coming in here this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, anybody who's driving out here, right? Watch out. There's a lot of speed traps set up. So, parents, grandparents, siblings, watch out for that, because I almost got tracked down by one of them. But luckily I didn't. I managed to escape. No.
I was more worried about the construction. You're worried about the speed traps. There's the two different drivers we have on the panel today. Yeah, but definitely give yourself an extra 10-15 minutes. The construction's pretty bad. About 5-10 minutes away from the tournament. So give yourself a little bit of extra time if you're coming to hang out with the students as the day goes on. So today, Forest Green, you will be watching them, the Patrick Fogarty wearing a forest green with white and black trim. On the other side, EL Crossley is navy blue, gold, and white. So if you're watching at home, you want to know who is who. Those are the colors you are looking out for. Patrick Fogarty will be starting on our left-hand side, and EL Crossley on our right. What's that practice move that we're watching there on the
tendy
screen, Aaron?
Sorry, I was looking that way. So these guys are just
of some kind.
yeah. Funny you say that. Actually, a lot of wrestlers are getting into the sport of lacrosse for this position specifically. So. One of the things that's really skyrocketed in terms of trendiness in lacrosse is having a super good FOGO. And I know what you're probably thinking for anybody that is hearing that word for the first time. What does that mean? FOGO means face off, get off. So there are a lot of players that are on the field specifically to do one task and one task only, and that is to win face-offs. Now, in field lacrosse, super, super important to be able to possess that ball.
Yes.
Because you go on runs, and you score a goal, you just know you're getting the ball back and you can have a possession. I don't think there's a shot clock in this league, right? So you can have a possession for 2-3 minutes at a time, score a goal, and then do it all over again, rinse, recycle, repeat.
Super important.
So having that face-off guy is super important. What I was kind of saying is a lot of wrestlers have that wrist strength and just brute strength overall, right? So they're getting into lacrosse and getting scholarships through that. So I guess a lot of dual athletes, if you will. Speaking of dual athletes, we've got a lot of dual athletes on the field, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys here playing, multiple sports. That's kind of how it works in high school, right? I remember when I was back in high school, tennis, basketball, lacrosse, you name it, squash, but in terms of, the sports these guys are honing in on and taking seriously, I would say it's mostly hockey and lacrosse, right?
Yeah, so on EL Crossley Reed Ozog, my apologies to the family if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he plays Junior B, St. Catherine's, St. Catherine's, rather.
Yeah.
Lacrosse. There are players in this tournament today who play for the Barrie Colts, players who play Division College next year in the States.
Yeah,
so
they've committed to play
lots
Division,
of
Division
very,
1, Division
very
2,
talented
Division 3.
duathletes playing today. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and I think that's just a reflection of, the great talent that we have here throughout Ontario. So many great athletes that are moving on to the next level and getting opportunities to go down south. You love to see that. You love to see that for the players themselves, for the coaches, and for the programs, right? And most importantly, the families.
100%. It's going to be a great day. We have just been given here a lacrosse ball with the logo Inspire.
Can we get a zoom in on that?
I'm trying to.
It's
So there it is, Inspire Rivers to Success. So this is the lacrosse ball that they will be using today. That's a hard ball, Aaron. I don't want to get hit with that at any time.
Yeah, let me tell you, I've taken some licks throughout my days, and
I'm sure you
it can be
have.
very painful.
I'm sure you have.
You're going to want to remember to wear a jock strap, okay, when you're playing out there.
Yes, that's a rule of thumb.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe if you're even coming to watch in the stands, maybe bring one just in case.
Yeah, you got to be protected at all times. I never leave home without mine.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, no, going to be really good now. EL Crossley, we're looking at them warming up, getting ready for the day. Each team playing 2 games today.
Yes, it really is. It does become kind of a war of attrition, right? That's a lot of lacrosse to be played in the next 48 hours.
Yes.
And I feel like the athleticism component is obviously going to take precedence in a tournament like this, right? So
let me ask you, since you've done this before, you've played in these tournaments before, would you rather get them both out of the way somewhat early, maybe playing one at 9 a.m. and then waiting till 3 o'clock? Does that mess with your body, or what would you prefer as one of these student athletes?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm a morning person, okay? So I've got a little bit of a bias there.
Right.
But I like to, I find in the morning I'm the most fresh, I'm the most prepared, most energy, right? So I like to get things going early and finish early, too, because there's nothing worse than starting a game at 9:30 and then last one's at 4:30, right? The ball?
Absolutely.
Got to get this ball out of here to one of our team members there. The ball is out of the booth.
If we don't give their ball back, they can't play lacrosse, Aaron.
Hey, we just have one ball.
They have one
for the broadcast today.
They have one for the tournament.
It's going to be.
We got to take care of it.
The players are going to be exhausted chasing after it. So yeah, keep that ball protected at all times, folks. Very, very important ball. It's good to see the other team, Crossley, entering the field now, getting a little star drill going, it looks like. Yeah, yeah. I like their swag. I like their jerseys. You know, very reminiscent of the Michigan Wolverines Division One squad.
Very much so.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good colors. Good colors on both sides actually. The forest green, and obviously the navy and yellow that we're seeing on the right side of your screen.
So there are games being played all over the property today. We're watching one right now, but if you do come down here or up here, depending where you are, there's games on the grass. These two teams are playing on turf, and for you, Aaron, what would you rather play on, grass or turf? Does it really matter?
Turf all day.
Yeah.
Turf all day, man. Grass, it gets real slippery. Obviously, turf can too, but yeah, in terms of just knowing what you're going to get, turf all the way. Grass can be very consistent in terms of, sliding around and stuff like that. I don't have time for that.
Right.
So I think we're going to hone in on this opening ceremony here for the players. As I mentioned previously, it's in Indigenous performance, so we're looking forward to seeing what's planned, and I hope you guys enjoy it at home as well.
Blue line, is this one of yours as well?
What?
Is this one of yours as well?
Yeah, sure.
Nope. Yeah, they were delayed. So we just, you want me to bring everybody in?
Yeah, you can. Just, so you're in the camera, so go behind Jake over there.
Pardon?
You gotta go like
Hey, where do we go?
Line up on the play line.
Okay, welcome everybody to the 2024 OFSAA Single A Lacrosse Festival. Thank you for all of you making it here today and taking part in the festival. We hope that you enjoyed the time and have a good and play hard, right? So we have Jake Charles here to open up the ceremony, and we will start. You need to word. Okay, Jake's just going to start with this song, and we'll continue from there. Thank you. Oh, big wedge. So on behalf of the Georgina Island First Nations and the town of Georgina, welcome to our festival. Enjoy your time here for the next 2 days and go have some fun.
No, different one. Different flag song and different player song. That's all.
I was like, this is good to hear.
What an absolutely electric way to start off this awesome 48 hours ahead. Had a great Indigenous performance there. If that doesn't make you want to jump through a brick wall, I don't know what will.
Absolutely. Great way to start the day. Like we were saying earlier, it's a little cloudy, but there's no rain expected for the day. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect weather, perfect atmosphere. So thank you to everybody involved for getting us started in that manner.
Absolutely. And just seconds away, opening draw coming up. Patrick Fogarty, E.L. Crossley, OFSAA 2024.
And like we were mentioning before, we have Patrick Fogarty in the forest green with white and green black trim, and E.L. Crossley in the Michigan Wolverines colors, as you pointed out earlier, in the blue and the gold.
Absolutely. Looking sharp out there. just doing a quick starting 10. The refs are going to get these players together, go through some things in terms of how they're going to be officiating the game today. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy here. They're just going to touch gloves here. Always an electric time. Right before the game, goalies will run to their cages. Boys will shake. And then we'll set up for the opening draw.
And just to clarify on something that we said before, it is number 9 getting the start for Patrick Fogarty. Chase Beers in between the pipes, as we discussed earlier. A little speculation. Speculation settled, Aaron.
Yeah, they were definitely playing mind games with me in that warm-up for sure.
And number
Keeping me
30,
guessing.
And number 32, Ryan Leduc in net for EL Crossley.
Opening draw here coming up, and we are underway. Oh, no, we are not. Now we're underway. Here we go. Ground ball here. Nobody's picked up the ball yet, so those defenders and attackmen over there can't move. Now they're released, and we're playing lacrosse. We some transition time, getting personnel on the field, setting up in whatever set they want to go to. Taking their time. As I mentioned, there's no shot clock in this tournament, I believe. So you can hold this ball for as long as you humanly want and take your time. And as I mentioned earlier, if you've got a good face-off guy, that can be a long day on defense. Moving the ball around the horn. Nice D here from number 77 in blue from EL Crossley. Love to see him set the tone early. 3 with the ball. They're really taking their time out here. I'd love to see somebody get a dodge and take it to the rack, and just as I say that, they do. Number 3 takes it to the rack and scores. And just like that, Patrick Fogarty is on the board after a nice little drive to the cage, putting it short side on the tendy. What'd you think of that?
Well, look, he just cuts in here quickly, and look who it is. Number 3, we mentioned him before, Hunter McLaughlin, one of the top scorers on the team. We talked about that before the match. Just patience, right? Just passing the ball around, taking their time, don't rush it, and when the opportunity strikes, he cuts inside and goes right to the net.
100%. And kids, remember, if you got a pole in front of you, run through his stick the same way that you just saw there. Next face-off here, it's going to be an important stat throughout the tournament. Face-offs. So far, Fogarty, 2-0. Number 8 is getting forced underneath here. Looks like he's got a lot of room to be able to play. Now, they're going to move the ball to X. Not a lot of motion right now. And look who it is getting to the cage one more time. Guess who? Number 3, Hunter McLaughlin.
It looks like they were just kind of feeling the team out for the first couple minutes, right? Now we see Hunter McLaughlin is just sees the holes in the defense, sees his speed versus their speed, and knows exactly who to kind of pick on a little bit.
100%, yeah. He's not afraid to get to contact. That's what I like seeing from him. He's got a pole in front of him, but he's still getting a contact on that pole and getting to the cage. 77 with a big draw in here, and boom! 18 with a rip off the face-off in the odd man situation. Nice little Barry. Gritty play from 77. He's been all over the place so far, making plays happen on the defensive side as well as
Perfect pass to number 18. Beautiful shot, top left-hand corner. And, surprise, surprise, Josh Patterson. So both the players that we pointed out at the beginning of the broadcast are both the players to strike early in this game today.
Look at us go. 2-1. Looks like we got another violation here. Patrick Fogarty with the ball. Now, you'll notice a lot of the players will have similar helmets, right, based off of the associations that they play for. So some of those gray helmets are Evolve. Blue, I'm going to assume probably Whitby, or actually probably Aurelia. And yeah, you'll notice that a lot of these guys play outside of this team together, right? So they've obviously got some chemistry built. Now again, swinging the ball early on in this possession, not really looking to take it to the rack just yet. Nice little clear through. 24 now, just above GLE. That gets moved to my favorite player with the cleats. Back to him, looks like he's probably gonna get a dodge here. Nope, gives it up. Now it looks like they're gonna get into something. He's got a lot of room to work in this two-man game. Nice BTB pass there. But it's stripped, ball's put on the ground, and then lobbed from the defensive side all the way into the offensive side of the field. I can't really see what's going on. Oh, and the ball, unfortunate turnover there in the clear. So the clear is also going to be super important, right? Being able to transition the ball from your defense to your offense. So both teams obviously have some cleaning up to do after those two clear attempts. Swinging the ball around the horn, ball's put on the ground. Clear attempt number 2 coming up.
Really crucial for EL Crossley to start kind of soaking up some time here, right? You have Patrick Fogarty who's had the ball for the majority of this game so far.
Look at this all-man situation. Just a little too high on that pass, and that is gobbled up by the goaltender. Clear attempt number 2 coming in hot for EL Crossley. Now the key to the clear, folks, you want to get up and out as fast as possible. Don't let the defense set up in their ride. So see how they got up and out there? Now they got the ball on the offensive side of the field. 37 can relax a little bit here. That's more than likely a moving screen, and it is. It's called back the other way. So unlike box lacrosse, right, in order to set a proper screen or a pick or whatever you want to call it, you got to be stationary, fully stationary. You cannot cross-check the opponent. You got to have your feet firmly planted in the ground to be able to set that pick. And what you just saw there was the opposite of that, right? It's more box-esque now. Swing the ball around on the offensive side for Patrick Fogarty. 21 with a chance here. Dishes it in to, ooh. My favorite player, McLaughlin, shoots it, goes wide. And now it's recovered at the end line. It'll be interesting to see if they've got an inline play. I see lots of action happening in front. We're gonna have a drive from X.
And you see on that replay, they just keep waiting for their opportunity to reveal itself, right? They're patient, passing the ball around, and just waiting for their opportunity to strike.
100%. It's not about, it's not really about tempo in this game. Well, it is about tempo, right? But you want to make sure that you're cherishing the ball.
Well, you talked about it too, right? Like the no shot clock, that really gives you the opportunity to design your specific plays.
Yeah, it gives you time to set up, right? There's no urgency. It's still good to play with a sense of urgency, right? But if you want to swing the ball around the horn a couple times before you get into something, hey, no problem. 24 now with it. Oh, nice little hitch. That's going to get moved out bumped over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin shoots, bouncers, will go, folks.
And that is the early hat trick for Hunter McLaughlin, number 3 for Patrick Fogarty.
A natural hat trick to start off OFSAA.
The Natty Hattie,
The
as
Natty.
we call it in the hockey world. I don't know if it's the same for you guys in the lacrosse world.
I like it. I love it. Yeah, he's been, he's not shy. He's not shy. He's content taking the ball to the rack. I personally love to see that. He wants to score. He wants the ball. Clearly a leader for Patrick Fogarty.
Well, and you can tell they're really utilizing his speed. He just starts very quickly right from the break. There's no real, warming up. As soon as he starts, he's at top speed.
Ball's on the ground here after an unfortunate turnover from Crossley. And that is scooped up by number 12. And he's got some wheels, but he gets stripped just before he gets over half. Fortunately, number 5 is right there to recover it. End up getting to the offensive side. And now we can slow things down and get it to our set. This is a good opportunity here to dodge. It looks like he's going to take it, and he does. Nice save. Great save for number 32 there. Matches stick. Picks the ball right out of the air. I'd like to see some more, change of planes in that scenario, right? Going high to high release to, attendee who's already got his stick high. It's a tough shot. That's a tough shot.
And they needed that big save from Ryan Leduc, right? They needed to kind of just slow things down. They're not possessing the ball a lot here, so they needed the goaltender to get one for them.
100%. Another turnover in the clear. And like I said earlier, those can be costly in transition. 24 is going to take this to the rack, but he gets stripped just before he was able to get that shot off. Now, this is what I'm talking about, getting up and out. We want to get this ball upfield, and that pass is picked off. And now there will be another offensive possession for Patrick Fogarty.
With Patrick Fogarty possessing the ball as much as they are, you feel like the Crossley's getting more tired out, just constantly having to
100%.
defend, constantly not possessing the ball.
Great question. There is nothing more demoralizing than playing really hard D, getting the ball back in a situation like this, right? And then turning it over and knowing that you have, a whole lot of defense to be played after a super tough shift. So, yes, it 100% affects you. That's why clearing the ball plays such an important role in this game. Campbell with it. That gets moved over to Clark. Eckstein. Nice little hitch and go here from Lucas Lynch. Lucas Lynch! He foosballed it in.
That's a beautiful turn to his right-hand side. They're really utilizing these quick turns. Really catching Crossley flat-footed, right?
100%. It's hard to guard somebody that's changing speed constantly, right? So, obviously, Lucas Lynch there showing his craftiness with changing direction, changing speed, and getting to the rack for that nice high-low bury. And like I said earlier, folks, bounce shots will go. Ensuing face-off.
I sent it to your dad already.
Appears to be another violation. And more defense.
Starting possessions
Yield
with the ball for Crossley would really, really benefit them here. They need to slow it down.
Yeah, I think they just need an offensive possession, right? Just to, give the D a little bit of time to rest here. And just recoup. Edges with it. That's Bone.
They have lots of time here. 35 seconds left in the first.
Bound with it still. Like to see him attack this shorty, but 77 has been a great short stick defenseman.
Well, that's the junior B player, Reed, that we were speaking about earlier.
Yeah, and check out the locks on the kid. Probably the best flow on the field right now.
You nickname him Thor, you think, in high school?
Nickname him something, but he's definitely using Pantene Flow V. Okay, so looks like we're gonna get a timeout potentially, or is that the end of the quarter?
The first is over.
It's the end of the quarter. Good lacrosse being played by both sides. I think the story so far is just turnovers in the clear.
Well, and you can tell that Patrick Fogarty, their game plan here is just pass the ball around on the outside and slowly collapse in, and when they find their break, they do that spinorama, cut to the inside, and the rest is kind of history, right?
Putting the ball in twine. No, yeah, 100%. It's been very patient for Patrick Fogarty on offense. They like to take their time, swing that ball around. What that does is it expands the defense out and then back in and out and in. It's a lot of running, right? So good to see them finding success, really. 4-1, Patrick Fogarty over E.L. Crossley right now. The Cyclones, the Flames. Now, moving into the second quarter, I'd like to see coach from E.L. Crossley, clean up that clear, because I think, especially when the ball goes out of bounds, I think they should probably send it to a short stick like they were trying to do there with 77 and just have him leg it out. Less passes, right? Less chances to make an error. Just get the ball in somebody's stick that has a short stick and run it up out of there.
Well,
just be an athlete. Yeah.
When we were talking to the coach before the tournament, Reed Ozog, number 77, he plays Junior B St. Catharines. He's who we were talking about before.
Yeah.
So rely on your best players, right?
100%. Know your personnel. He's been great so far. He's got an assist. Almost had a CT on the defensive side. He's getting physical back there. Love to see it.
And number 18 walking here towards us, the lone goal scorer for E.L. Crossley. But that's really the big thing. They just need to possess the ball more. It's really not that. It's like really not more complicated than that. They just haven't had the ball. And I don't know if you knew this, but if you don't have the ball, you can't score.
It's pretty tough. Pretty tough to be able to score when you don't have the ball. That is for sure. Second quarter is now underway. Look at the hustle here. Love to see 12 come out with that ball after such a grind play, a gritty play, if you will. Look at the odd man transition. It's number 8. Dips and dives and dunks right over. Goaltender there.
Cole Bockwell for Patrick Fogarty. No time passing the ball around there. Just getting the ball on the net as quick as possible. We've been watching them use patience, pass the ball around, but on that play, it was just utilizing their speed right to the front of the net.
Those soft hands in tight, right, from playing so much box lacrosse, which I imagine probably everybody on this field does. You get the ball in those crease situations, easy finishes with the size of this cage. Nice face-off win here That was very, very clean.
Patrick Fogarty with the ball again.
And it's McLaughlin. That's passed over to number 6. 23 now with it, carrying over top. A lot of action inside. It's good to see them moving, not standing still. Which is something you want to avoid when you're playing lacrosse. Don't want to be standing still ever. Try to get those feet moving. Find opportunities. Big shot goes over the crossbar. It's McLaughlin now, restarting at X. Closest to the ball when the ball goes out of bounds. Gets the possession. So that scenario, McLaughlin was closest. Patrick Fogarty comes out with the ball. Little pick play at X. They don't want it. That gets swung back up to McLaughlin. Yeah, just kind of cycling the ball here. Look to see someone get a dodge. It looks like they're getting ready to go here. Looks like there's a set look here. Yep. McLaughlin dancing around with it. Doesn't want it. That gets swung back over to 23. Looks like he hits a little bit of a dummy dodge there. Dishes it back out. Typically, you don't want to avoid dodging against poles. McLaughlin isn't afraid to do it though, which is great to see, because it is very difficult to do that. Big shot goes out at X.
And you can tell the defense here for EL Crossley, they're following McLaughlin around, so maybe different players besides the talented number 3 can get some opportunity as the defense spreads out, chasing him around, right?
100%. Oh, Tendy comes out of the cage and just absolutely hammers him at GLE. What a play by the goaltender. Love seeing that aggressiveness. And look at that. Ball's on the ground now. That all starts with the goaltender. Another unfortunate turnover once again in the clear. And Patrick Fogarty is just going to continue grinding down this EL Crossley defense. Big rip over the cage, low to high. Number 8 is there to back it up. Cole Balklow. Quick restart. That gets moved over to Neely. Curran now with it. Clark just that back over to Neely. Back to Clark. Now it's going to get moved to X. Oh no, big fake. Lots of cutters off ball. Nice hands here from Neely. Neely sends that dish down to Curran, I believe that was. Or no, it was Balkwell with a nice little finish.
And if we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times with this team so far in this game, just patience. They're taking their time. They're not rushing things. You see here, number 23 tries to get his own look. When he realizes it's not there, passes it. Beautiful shot on the short side, right over the goaltender's right hand there.
Yeah, just those long possessions that really just grind a defense down. And, you know, by the end of it, you're just exhausted, right? So...
And that talent that we saw off the beginning from Josh Patterson, number 18 for EL Crossley, he just hasn't had the opportunity to do his thing.
Another dish in transition off the face-off. And big goal for the Flames here.
And that's exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly, you see number 77 read Ozog, one of their best players, passing the ball off to Cole Catano. That's exactly what they need to do. Put the ball in the hands of your best players. Let them get to work.
What does this kid not do? He's taking face-offs. He's playing short stick defender. What's next? Put a pole in his hands?
And they have to lean on him, right? They have to lean on him.
I think the only position you won't see him play is probably goalie today. But secret weapon, maybe him with a pole. Another nice face-off win. He's going to carry that down. A little bit of a double team here. Manages to muscle through it. And that is gobbled up by the Flames. Look at the wheels on 11. Holy. Now we're settled, though. So as you could probably tell back home, the long poles, the defenders, right, they're obviously able to carry over the midline so long as the midfielder stays back. 6-on-6, both sides of the field. Nice patience here from McLaughlin. Doesn't try to turn around and force that. Takes the ball back out. Nice, patient offense. And once again, just waiting for the best opportunity. Looking for a great shot. Not just a good shot, a great shot. Oakwold. Just waiting for the right opportunity. Lots of cutters off ball. Not a lot of initiation one-on-one. It's a lot of off-ball movement. If you want to watch off-ball movement and take notes, check out McLaughlin when one of his teammates has the ball. Does a good job of keeping his feet moving and moving at the right times. And look at that, it's another, nice feed in front, off the pipe, gets it right back, and then finds Twine. Nice finish there. Look at the reflexes on that replay.
Nice shot originally by number 20, Ben LaHaye, catches his own rebound and just throws it right back at the net, right? Nothing complicated about that.
Just the cat-like reflexes.
That's right. Shoot the ball, get your own rebound, shoot it back.
Well, the big thing is, too, is just the cut, right? The cut. You'll notice the defender turns his head to acknowledge the ball carrier. Lots of cutters from the Flames. So you want to wait for those right opportunities to actually try to make a play, right? All right. Face-off win for E.L. Crossley.
Something we haven't seen a lot lately today, right?
Well, 77's been doing a good job of winning the face-offs. It's the turnovers early on in the possessions that are costing these guys. Passing and catching there, right? I think that can just be solved with moving your feet, as we just see there. Number 91 moving his feet to get that pass. And check this out. Puts the ball to where the goalie came from. What a beautiful finish.
A 91 Mike Ross, and that's what they need to do. We're watching when they have the ball. Number 77 Reed Ozog, when he has the ball, he's facilitating very, very well. It's just a matter of having the ball. You know, if they can have the ball, if they can hold on to it, he's doing a great job in putting the ball in the right people's hands, and that was a perfect goal over the shoulder on the left side by Mike Ross, number 91.
100%. He's got his head up, right? He's got his head up while he has the ball, so he doesn't miss anything. He's seeing those cutters, which is great.
So my question for you, Aaron, we're 7-3 for Patrick Fogarty. What lead is too big in lacrosse? Because we're seeing them goals every couple minutes here.
Hey, I've seen games of lacrosse where a team has been up by 10 and then it goes to overtime, right? So,
Right.
4 goals in lacrosse, that's nothing. That's nothing. 10 goals in lacrosse is apparently nothing. But, in terms of morale and in terms of putting your team in a good spot, you obviously don't. You want to stop the runs. Lacrosse is a game of runs. Both teams are going to go on runs throughout the game. It's about mitigating them and stopping the runs as much as possible to make sure that they're not getting momentum, right? Moving the ball around the horn. Flames are as patient as ever. Nice little cut from McLaughlin. Big save. Just put his body right in front of it. That was an awesome save.
They got to help your goaltender out and keep the ball, right?
Hey, making plays, right? Sacrifice the body, but uh-oh. Costly turnover. Wow. Check out the junk on that. Boom.
Bryson Murray, number 24. Beautiful pass.
Curved the bullet right around the defender.
Just right over top, right below the crossbar. And it all started, what have you been talking about, right?
Hey.
Turnovers. Massive save by the goaltender. They get the ball. Within 10 seconds, Patrick Fogarty has the ball again. And you need to capitalize. When the goaltender makes those saves for you, you have to capitalize.
100%. Odd man situations, right? Lots of time and space in field lacrosse. So when there's a turnover in the clear like that, you got a 4-on-3, a 3-on-2. These kids have so much time and space, it's almost automatic at this point, if either team gets the ball in that scenario. So, fair play, good finish. Nice clamp here from Flames Fogo. So I think somebody stepped over the line there. And look at the transition. I was just talking about it. Oh, and a big save here. Oh, no, we got a piece, and I think it bounced in. Another transition goal for the Flames. That's discouraging. So close, making a big play there. As we can see on the replay. Check this out. Makes the right play here, dishes it off in the 4-on-3. And then watch this right here. Goalie gets a piece, but just not enough. Ball trickles in. Lots of spin on that ball. Finds its way home.
Number 18, Josh Patterson for EL Crossley, seems to be frustrated with a call by the referee here. I'm not sure what you saw on that play, but maybe questioning if that goal should have counted.
It could have been potentially the player had stepped into the crease, which is obviously not allowed. But for the viewers back home, you can't step into that big circle. It's not like hockey where you can dip your toe in and cross-check the goaltender. No. In lacrosse, we don't step foot in the crease. Possession change.
And number 26, Wes Bray, now in net for Patrick Fogarty. Big save by him. And if you're EL Crossley at number 77...
Oh, look at that. Look at the defense there.
You got to take advantage of those opportunities when they come. Big save for number 26.
Number 25, which is an absolutely gritty effort carrying that ball. And that'll close out the second quarter as we head into halftime here. It's been pretty much all Flames so far. I mean, obviously there's been some good plays from EL Crossley, but it's the turnovers and not having, the time on attack that's really been biting them.
Well, and if you look at it this way for the Cyclones, you're losing 9-3, and if you had the ball, then you scored, right? But you haven't had the ball, so you can't score. If they just hold the ball, be more patient, cut down those turnovers, they have the firepower. They just haven't had the opportunity to get that firepower really cooking, right?
100%. And definitely some good systems being ran here. From the Flames, you'll notice on that last possession, Nice little play from 25, extending out as the pass was sent over to him, and puts the ball on the ground, and it's a great way to end the quarter. Nice little CT GB combo. CT standing for cause turnover, GB meaning ground ball.
On the Patrick Fogarty side, just to recap, Hunter McLaughlin, 3 goals. Jake Curran and Zach Clark each with an assist.
What do you do?
Cole Balkwell, 2 goals. Ben Leahy and Lucas Lynch each with a goal, as well as number 24, Bryson Murray. Bryson Murray with 3 points on the morning. And for EL Crossley, we have Cole Catano, Josh Patterson, and Mike Ross, each with a goal. But you can tell for EL Crossley, number 77, he's
a
a real
player.
facilitator, right? He's the real one, basically quarterbacking the offense.
Yeah, he's everywhere, right? Likes to have the ball in his stick. He's got that confidence and that swagger to him. You want to get him the ball, especially in the clear, I think. I think that will help clean some stuff up, just in terms of some of the turnovers. So would love to see him get the ball in the clear and just try to leg it out of there. Do whatever he can to help this team get the ball on offense, because as we've alluded to multiple times, you can't win a game when you only got 2 minutes on attack in 30 minutes of lacrosse.
And I would be encouraged. I mean, Patrick Fogarty, they're showing you why they're ranked number 2 coming into the tournament, right? They're showing you why they are seeded the way that they are. But like we talked about, man, they don't, like, Crossley has not had the ball a lot, but they got 3 goals. They just need to take their time. They need to be patient, hold on to the ball, and cut down those turnovers, because that's what Patrick Fogarty's been doing, right? They're just been slow plays.
Yeah, you can tell they've got poise. They've got that poise.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good word.
They're organized. They're running good systems. Once again, I'm Aaron Forster, or better known as Coach Ronnie from Box Lacrosse Breakdown, helping out with the commentating. Joined with my partner, Mark Sauter.
That's right.
Just trying to lead you in there, but
it's great to be here. Well, I just, thought you were gonna...
Honestly, it was my fault.
It's all good.
I totally blew it.
It's excellent to be here. We're just talking about the weather, man. This is actually perfect weather because they're calling for no rain. It's overcast. It's cool. It's really not that bad out here at all.
Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than playing in the rain. Completely ruins your stick and just makes everything much heavier. I mean, let's be honest. Nothing worse than just trudging around on that field soaking wet. So,
and if it's burning
glad
hot,
it's held off.
Yeah.
Glad it's held off. And it looks like the third quarter, second half here is about to get kicked off. Be interested to see what kind of adjustments have been made from both squads as we head into the half. I think for the Flames specifically, Patrick Fogarty, I don't think much really has to be changed here. Pretty successful in terms of that first half. I'm more interested to see what's going to be happening on the opposite side of the field in terms of some of the things that we spoke about, right?
Turnover is the big one, but you can tell Patrick Fogarty, they know what's happening here. They're attacking very hard, putting pressure on the offense of EL Crossley.
100%. Another face-off win for the Flames. I think that's a lot to a little. I don't have the actual stat. They've been pretty dominant at the face-off X. Now we're swinging the ball around on offense. So when the ball's getting moved around the horn, as you can see on the screen here, we just call that swinging the ball. The ball's getting moved from player to player. As And again, that can be very tiresome for a defense because you'll notice as the ball gets swung, they got to move in and out. And look at this, another little backdoor cut, jammed into the crease, and then jammed into the back of the net. What a finish.
Look at this pass. That was a perfect pass to number 21, Lucas Lynch, for his second goal of the game. Right in the middle, wide open in the middle, quick turnaround.
Can't get caught ball watching. Can't get caught ball watching. See the ball, see the man. It's a very important principle for all defenders of all ages to remember at all times.
And through 2 quarters here so far, Aaron, you're watching, the longer they're on offense, the more Crossley is ball watching, right? The longer you're waiting on offense.
Oh yeah, 100%, right? Like as we kind of talked about, playing those long defensive possessions can just be so exhausting, right? So obviously there's a direct correlation with, goals being scored and how long the possession is. Once again in the clear here, this time the Flames having trouble. Nice stop from the Tendy.
Big save.
Big step towards the ball. And I love that he's looking to get up and out right away. See how he just throws that ball up to that Medi who's looking for it. Gets the ball over the half line. And now we can settle into the offense. Once again, we're not in a rush here. We'll take our time. Say the Flames. 10-3. With 12 minutes to go in the third. And it's number 4, the human highlighter with those cleats. Dishes it off. I want to see the human highlighter get more action here. Oh, nice GP. Costly turnover. Number 18 just zipping down the field. Look at the wheels on the kid. Oh. A shot. It just hits the side of the net. Looked like it almost went in from my angle, but unfortunately not.
Second time Cole Catano, number 16, has just missed on that left side.
Well, so you know what I'd love to see him do is he's catching that ball with his feet standing still. If he just catches the ball and gets a little bit upfield, increases your angle, increases the probability of you putting the ball in the back of the net. Find that back pipe. Shoot it there. Of course, there's nothing wrong with shooting short side. I'm just talking about playing the percentages here. Flames with the ball now. Once again, swinging it around the horn.
Missed an opportunity for a shot there, had a good look.
Yeah, errant pass, and that's going to be a turnover. So off passes, right? Last person to touch it, it's going to be the opposite team's ball. So unlike shots where it's closest to where it went out of bounds, passes, if you throw the ball away, the other team gets the ball.
And for Crossley here right now, Aaron, the best, another turnover, the best
nice
defense is offense, holding on to that ball.
Yeah, no, absolutely, right? It's like you said earlier, the other team can't score if they don't have the ball. And again, as I've been droning on about these long O possessions, look at them pay off. We'll skip past there to 21, and it looks like we're getting a little too trigger happy with those hacks. Flag is down. Delayed penalty. Oh, that low to high. There's a family of squirrels that are not going home. Please, everybody have a moment of silence for that family of squirrels. So 1 minute penalty here to number 17 for too many slashes there, it looked like. He was just getting a little too excited.
And they've been letting the play go. Like, they've been letting a lot of chippy stuff go. So
that's exactly what you want to see in championship Monday, Tuesday here, right? You want to let the boys play a little bit.
So he clearly crossed the line since they've been letting them play.
Another shot there from the Flames, and it goes out of bounds, recovered at X. Flames with the ball now, patiently walking towards goal line. Nice roll off here from the human highlighter, and it's 7 with a nice little shot there, but just can't find the cage. Nice thing about missing the cage is you still get the ball back.
Number 77,
Nice
Reed Ozog communicating.
Ooh. Nice shot from up top in the power play there. Beats the tendy. Low to low almost there. Let's see where that ball goes in. Did you see it? Yeah, looks like it just kind of, it was stick side hip, which is interesting shot. It's good to see them mixing it up. It's good to see them mixing up the shots. I personally love a good low to low, as we kind of saw there with the stick side hip shot. Underhand. It's a beauty shot. It can be really tricky to track as a goaltender.
That was
Scored a few of those in my day.
That was number 6, Jake Curran. And you're right, most of these goals have been high. And so to mix it up a little bit and kind of take what the goaltender's giving you, because the goaltender's clearly protecting the high part of the net.
I know shooting top cheddar is cool, and it gets you likes and views on the highlight reel. But no, it's cooler scoring every time by shooting those bouncers. It looks like the Flames here have the ball. Get it. Yeah, they're moving it back to the tendy and the clear, and once again looking to get up and out, but 77's there to pick that ball off. Looking to go to the cage immediately. He likes to play fast. And oh my goodness, just absolutely turns around and just stings top left. Goalie couldn't even see the ball. We got to see that again. Look at this. Off the back foot. Goalie can't even see the ball coming at him.
Right against that post.
What a shot.
And you can tell on that play, he's taking things into his own hands a little bit here. Just quickly move down the field, quickly get one back here.
Yeah, I like
that. 7 behind.
100%, yeah. I like how he gets the ball in these unsettled situations, these chaotic situations, if you will. And he's looking to go to the rack. He's looking to go to the rack. So obviously it's good to have patience, but you know, in those chaotic, unsettled situations, it's also good to test out and probe the defense, see how they react to things.
I would suggest here, Aaron, you got that 1 goal back. Take your time here. Take your time.
Hey, just give me another spin shot off the back foot, top left. Just do that 7 more times. We're good to go. Nice ball movement here. Just couldn't connect on that last pass. Just unforced errors. Once again, unforced errors. The name of the game so far. Flames transition the ball. Nice little pass down, pick down here. We're going to settle down and get personnel on the field. So we change on the fly in field lacrosse. Typically, you want to change your defensive personnel when you have the ball on the offensive side, if that makes sense to the viewers back home. Nice ball movement here, swinging the ball around the horn. Lots of patience. Gets moved top center. Now over to the wing. To GLE. Looks like they might try something at X here. And they will. No. They move it back up top. Now it's number 23 with the ball. Gets moved over to his right and then right back to him. All right, you see how those refs have their hands up? They can call a shot clock if the other team is attacking, but hold the thought. 17 with a nice caused turnover there, picks the ball off. And made a beautiful pass over to his teammate on attack, just couldn't handle it. The ball goes from the O side all the way back to the D side. We got to clear the ball again, and once again in the clear here, just can't connect on a pass, and turnover, Flames with it. Nice check in the ride there. Who was that? Beautiful check by number 2. But just wasn't enough. The Flames get to settle back in on offense. War of attrition.
Number 2, Blake Furtney rather, for Yale Crossley.
Human highlighter now with it. He looks like he wants to go to the rack. I don't think he meant to bounce that one, but it worked out anyway. And nice dish and nice shot attempt that gets backed up at X, still Flames ball.
And you can tell without Hunter McLaughlin here, they are having a little more trouble getting the ball deep down the middle inside.
Once again, it comes down to timing, right? In offense, or on offense rather, it's all about timing. See how that cut was perfectly timed there by number 23? Beautiful cut. Gets the ball at the right time, puts it back pipe, and he shoots and he scores. And what I say about bounce shots?
They always go in.
They always go in. But in all seriousness, don't always shoot bounce shots. Make sure you're mixing up your shot selection. Lining up here for the face-off after that goal. Would love to see Yale Crossley come out with this ball and get a good possession. Slow things down. Give their defense a break.
And if you're the blue and gold, I know you have just over 1 quarter left, but you do want to take some time with the ball. Like we said earlier, the best defense is offense right now.
Yeah, you gotta go. And off the pipe. Another gritty play in that odd man situation. It's gonna get backed up here. Shot off the pipe off the transition opportunity. Once again, 77 taking the ball to the rack at any time in those early offense scenarios. And it's great because there's not a slide ready. The defense isn't ready to collapse and get to him. And he's making him pay for it.
And he just changed off here, Aaron, so it's going to have to be somebody else getting the job done for this team.
Let's see who steps up to the plate right now. It's 44. The nice little drive here. That's tough. Gets stripped. Now he hits the deck, number 2. And we got a flag on the play. I'm not sure what the flag is for. Everything looked clean to me. Oh, it looks like it was a slash. I'm not sure if we can get a replay on that slash. I missed it. I would make for a... Oh, yeah, looks like we got... Oh, yeah, no, that was definitely a slash. Right to the face. The back of the head. Yeah, you can't do that. That's illegal.
And at the end of the quarter here, Aaron, if you want to get back into this game, it's those type of mistakes you just cannot make. It's the turnovers, the penalties. Second penalty now in the game in that third quarter. Those are like those little things costing Yale Crossley as we get to the closer to the end of the opening game
100%.
of our tournament.
Here's an oxymoron. We talk about playing slow and taking your time. now you got to go if you're the Cyclones. If you're E.L. Crossley, you got to go. You got to take the ball at rack because there's not much time to be worked with here in the last 15 minutes. I believe last 3 minutes are going to be stop time, no matter what the scenario is in the game. So, that works in their favor a little bit. But, there's a big spread here to be covered. 8 goals is a lot of ground. Right? So you got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive in the ride, and you got to try to get that ball back in every scenario you possibly can.
Well, and not only is 8 goals a lot to come back from, but that's assuming that they're not going to score another one, right? So you got to hold on to the ball for as long as you can, but also score quickly. It's going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough quarter.
That's a catch-22 if I've ever heard one.
It really is, and it's going to be a tough quarter to come back. Hunter McLaughlin, the top goal scorer for Patrick Fogarty, he sat for the majority of that third quarter. So heading into this fourth quarter, I do see him coming back on the field, rested, so yeah, you need to keep them off the scoreboard as much as you need to get onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, if I'm coach, I might just lock him off. Just might get somebody on my team to face guard him. But even in that scenario, McLaughlin will find a way to back cut you and find opportunities off ball. Now, because the quarter ended with a team that had the ball possession on a power play, they get to start the next quarter with the ball, as we can see here. It's because the play got blown in, right? And he had possession, they get to keep that ball. Is that just a fourth quarter thing? No, it is not. Any quarter that happens, you retain possession. Same would have went for E.L. Crossley had they had it on the penalty kill. Nice ball movement here from the Flames. Looked like there's a little bit of a seal action up top. Got knocked down. Flames reset. McLaughlin bobbles a pass in the middle. Ball's on the ground.
Gotta take advantage of those opportunities.
Love it. Gritty effort from both players. But the Flames come up with it. And look at this. Shot wide, backed up by the Flames.
And when that ball's loose, you gotta find a way to get that turnover, especially when you're killing a penalty.
Look at this cut. Oh, load a high rip. But it goes off the crossbar. And look at the wheels going the full length of the field. Slow this down. He wants to take it to the rack. He wants glory. Nice shot attempt, and they're there to back it up. E.L. Crossley should have the ball. Oh no, the tendy was there. So costly turnover. Oh, that one stings after such a juice effort play that we just saw there from number 18. I talk about juice plays, I talk about energy plays, right? That was an energy play, going the full length of the field. And look, 77 with the pull. I don't want to say I called that, but nice little adjustment from the coach here. It's a secret weapon if I've ever seen one. And look, puts the ball on the ground. Somebody's got to get in there and help him. Flames come up with it yet again. Just good fundamentals on those GBs, scooping through it, keeping their feet moving. Unfortunately, they turn the ball over after an errant pass.
Well, that play by Josh Patterson going down the field, that's what E.L. Crossley needs right now, right? Is their best players being their best players, and you absolutely called it with 77 getting the long stick. You won't say it, but I'll say it. I have no problem saying it. You did call it, and that is the right move.
No, yeah, he's a great athlete. You could probably, I said he wouldn't play goalie, but probably could put him in there. Errant pass in the clear now from Crossley, and Flames get the ball back. Now it's their turn to clear. Tenny's got to walk this up. Oh, look at the legs here from 15. He's going for a jog. Pull action, and that gets swiped away. But look who's there to pick it up. It's McLaughlin. Holy wheels and snipe. Just logged on to iripcorners.net. Pull action, that gets swiped away. But look at this. Great pickup there. Great anticipation, wouldn't you say?
He waits no time at all. He scoops it up flawlessly, cuts right to the middle, sees his opening, and you can hear him talking to his teammates out there too, right? That play happened right in front of us, and you hear him coaching his teammates on the field. Just a huge asset to have a player like that who can basically quarterback the game as it's being played, and when those opportunities come, like you said, scoops it up and wastes no time at all.
Well said, and yes, that internal coaching, on-the-fly coaching, right? Super important. Communication, especially in the clear, as we just saw there. Vitally important. Flames come out with the ball off the face-off. 5 with a nice ground ball pickup. He transitions the ball. And once again, they're going to grind this defense down. They're going to keep the ball hot here. Oh, 77's not paying attention. Oh, my goodness. He's going straight to the rack off the pipe. 77 gets it back anyways. He doesn't care. He's going to go the full length of the field. Look at the spin move. Nobody can stop this man. Gets over restraining line. He wants the whole thing. Shoots the ball over the rack. Wow. What a drive. Pure electricity from 77.
And beautiful shot at the end, too. Just missed the top.
Low to high heat. Is there a timeout being called here? What's going on? Or are we just changing personnel? Yeah, just changing on the fly here. Okay. 98 with the ball. Taken after Callum Crawford from the NLL. Moves over to 2. He's going to twiddle his stick a few times, and I think that was a shot. I think it was. Doesn't matter. They back it up anyways.
Really good defense by 25 Carter McLaughlin, blocking off that middle of the field there.
Absolutely. Clamp down when you see that offensive player about to take a rep.
And they just can't. That's the wrong guy to pick on. Number 25 out there, you got to pick on the opposite side. He's holding it down very well.
He's a lockdown defender. And he's got great cleats. They just don't match the uniform, though. We want to make sure we're matching the uniform. The only time I'll accept it is if they're bright orange. Speaking of which, 25 moves it down to the crease. Oh, wow. Just beautiful. Textbook. Textbook fast break.
That low scoop. Look at this. We haven't really seen this technique much today. Just shoveling it in, number 2.
Just says, why don't you go into the back of the net? Why don't you?
Cole Eckstein, number 22. Or number 2, rather.
And I take it back. That was actually not textbook. I would like to see both of those attackmen. I would like to see one of the attackmen get a little bit lower. And then what you can do is you can take both of the attackmen that are kind of on the wings in this scenario and extend the defense out. So that way the guy who's carrying the ball can go straight down the middle. You'll see Maryland, the Terps, they run that fast break setup. And a lot of NCAA teams are starting to do so. But it just looked a little sloppy, a little disorganized despite the finish. But maybe I'm being nitpicky. Flames come out with the ball off the face-off. Oh yeah, Nate's got it. He's got a box cage on. Probably don't want to mess up with that guy. Or mess with that guy, excuse me. Probably a tough customer. Oh, tough pass there. Boys, we got to move our feet to pass and receive the ball. Fundamentals, right?
It's the little things in these moments, right?
It really is little things, like you're saying.
And you're talking about how 10-goal leads are nothing in lacrosse. How about with 6.5 minutes left in a ball game?
I have seen crazier things happen.
All right.
But with that said, nice finish.
That's your boy, number 4.
What do you know? Shoots it to the far pipe. And not only that, if we take a look at the slow motion replay here, you will see that indeed was a bounce shot. Just skips it right past the tendy. Nice little finish. A little bit of savviness at attack. I thought he was a Fogo pregame. No. This guy can play anywhere. Don't just pigeonhole him to a Fogo, right?
Beautiful pass to begin the whole thing off. Number 7, Zach Clark. And the defense for E.O. Crossley just left Mr. Bright Cleats wide open.
Well, yeah, you got
nobody around him.
You got to stop the ball carrier, right? It's just, you know, when they get the ball moving, that 2 slide has to be coming to the offensive player's face, right? Like you can't give these guys that much time. And I know it's obviously the ball's zipping around pretty quick here, but a little bit of anticipation on D can go a long way. Even a reverse slide rotation would be interesting. I think would be an attractive idea. Once again, the Flames. Nobody at X right now, which is, you know, we obviously play a lot of box lacrosse up here in Canada. Typically, you want somebody at X just to have that backup security, just in case we wing one over the crossbar. And the timer is on. So now the Flames have to keep it in the box, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not 100% sure there might be a 30-second count as well. And that shot attempt is blocked. Warriors block shots. 2-9 is a Warrior.
I know he's probably 20 years younger than me, but I do not want 29 bowling me over, man. Those shoulders, they'll get you.
Yeah, look at him go. Lower the shoulder. And just too easy to get that strip in the clear. I like the grittiness and the effort for trying to lower the boom there. But any good riding midfielder or attackman is just going to give your stick a little poke and pop the ball out like we just saw there.
Just unable to hold on to the ball all game long for E.L. Crossley. They have the players, just those turnovers costing them all game long continues to cost them here.
Yeah, they'll kill you, for sure. They'll cost you. Oh! Block shot there in front. Is that number 29 again? He's been a human vacuum out there, scooping up balls left and right. But again, the Flames just find a way to... They're so pesky. You make a play on the defensive side of things, and somehow they've got the ball again. A lot of grittiness. They're not giving up on plays.
Well, they're really quick, right?
Athletic, yeah.
They're catching Crossley flat-footed quite often here.
Exactly, and I think when you play this pace of grinding out 6-on-6, then every now and again you test them early in those early offensive scenarios, it can be tough to stay dialed as a defender. Because again, controlling the tempo. Pace in the space, that's what I like to say. Big stop by the tendy in front. Make it 2. Oh my goodness. Now that is a juice play. 2 stops back to back. Says absolutely not. Nice little pass to the clear here. We're gonna go for a little jog. And successful clear. That is not the pass you want to make after we clear the ball. 7 seconds into the possession. I'm gonna hope that it was off. No, unfortunately it wasn't off the Flames. Clean out of bounds. And the Flames get the ball back.
And listen, Aaron, I know time's ticking down here. Minute 15 left. But those are the turnovers that have been killing them all game long. Just those quick decisions, not taking your time.
Yeah, it's just, you get the ball on offense. I understand we're short time. We got to go. But let's wait. I think there's a higher percentage play right around the corner a few seconds later. As opposed to just throwing it into the middle. But what do I know?
Excellent save by West Brain. The goal wouldn't matter in the context of this game, but still doesn't want to let one in.
Oh, yeah. These guys got to go. And looks like they're going to call the game here. With 30 seconds to go. And that'll end it.
They're in a hurry.
Am I reading that situation correctly? That's what we did? Okay. Game is over, folks. Big win for the Flames. Wow. A lot of athleticism out here on display. Again, we sound like broken records out here. Story of the game, turnovers, unforced errors, not slowing the ball down, making the simple plays in the clear. These are the things, the fundamental things that are going to win you lacrosse games. The most fundamental teams are going to win. And I think that's what we saw here.
100%. Aurora High School will be E.L. Crossley's next opponent at 12 p.m. At 3 p.m., Patrick Fogarty will take their turn facing Aurora High School. For Crossley, moving forward in this tournament, like you said, it's just about the turnovers. You got to slow the game down, take care of the ball. And for Patrick Fogarty, just do the same. Just do the same thing. Put the ball in the hand of your best players and let them get to work.
100%. With all that said, I'm Aaron Forster, joined by Mark Sauter. We're going to take a quick break here, but while we do, Jennifer Anderson is going to chat with Jim Calder, a lacrosse historian who breaks down the indigenous roots of this great game of lacrosse. We'll be right back with Game 2 in a jiffy. Stay tuned. Lots of great lacrosse left.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Anderson, host at Rogers TV. I'm here today with Jim Calder. He is the lacrosse guy. Hi, Jim.
Hey, nice to be with you today.
Nice to be with you. And if we're talking all things lacrosse, then the lacrosse guy, is the guy I need to be talking to a little bit about this. For centuries, lacrosse has been a sport that has been played, the official sport in Canada since 1974, but around for centuries. Just want to ask you, can you tell me about the indigenous roots of the game?
Yes, this game started out and continues to be a medicine game. They call it the creator's game, and they play for the entertainment of the creator. And this has existed this way since time immemorial. The game itself is part of the creation story for many different First Nations. And I thought today I'd talk to you about how the game is played in different parts of North America, and a little bit about its medicine origins and its creation story origins. So if we go back, way back in time, there's a story that talks about two brothers, the creator and his twin brother, the uncle. And the uncle is not such a good guy. The creator is of good mind and is a good guy. And the creator is challenged by the brother to see who would be in charge of this world. And the creator, being of good mind, says, well, instead of fighting, let's play some games. And so they selected 2 games to play. The first game that they played was a game called the Peach Pit game. And they'd have a peach bowl, and there'd be 7 peach pits that are dark and light on each side. And they would play this game. So it's one of the games that comes from the beginning of time, the creation story. The second game they played was lacrosse. And this is an example of what's called a long stick. The youth that are playing today at your tournament that you're covering play with a form of the long stick. This is the stick used by the Haudenosaunee. Some of the more well-known nations in the Haudenosaunee are the Mohawk and the Seneca would have used sticks like this. In different parts of North America, the game was played differently. The Anishinaabe people played with this type of stick, which is called a Great Lake stick. And this was played all the way from, we'll say, really Windsor, all the way out to Minnesota. And that's called a Great Lake stick. And then there's a third way the game's played, and that's they play with 2 sticks. And these are examples of Choctaw sticks from Oklahoma. And they play what's called Capuchatoli is the name of the game. But it's still the creator's game. It's still a form of lacrosse. And, very interesting to see how the game is played in different parts of North America. Here's the balls they played with. This is a medicine ball and deerskin that would have been used for the Great Lake stick and the long stick. And then for Capuchatoli with the small sticks, they play with a ball like this, that's this size. And I brought one example of a really historic ball. This is a ball used down by the Miccosukee Nation in Florida, and they would have played with 2 sticks. And it's deerskin and had a tail on the back of it. So when it went through the air, the tail would be behind it. So that's just a little bit about how the game was played all around North America. It was played as medicine. So if there was an argument, the two villages, 2 nations would play, and the result of that game would determine who would win the argument over a hunting ground or other disputes. And it was also used to help somebody on the path to healing for a local community. They'd play a game for them and give them the medicine ball at the end of the game. They would take this away from them from there. So that's a little bit about the history and roots of the Indigenous game.
Amazing. Jim, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us today about the Creator's Game, about lacrosse.